All right, hey, we are back, and welcome back. All right. All right, so we have Nancy here from, let me turn this down just a tad more. There we go. We got Nancy here from FIU from the, I call it the Medical Mobile Unit. Okay, so that's
it's really easy. It's the neighborhood health program.
Right, okay, the neighborhood. Okay, thank you, Nancy, for helping empathy out. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, hold on. All right, and like we were just saying, we just want to make sure that you guys understand that now if you see the unit out there, happen to be out there, whether they're out there and we're doing a show or something or whatever the case may be or whatever is going on, I just want to remind you and let you know you just can't walk up there and thinking you're going to be seeing that same day. It doesn't work like that, and I'm gonna let Nancy go ahead on and explain to you because there's a process, so I'm gonna let Nancy go ahead on and explain that to you. Go ahead, Nancy.
So sure. Our program, in order to access the mobile unit, you have to be enrolled in our program, in the neighborhood health program, and you also must not have insurance. And then you can definitely have access to our mobile unit, which offers primary care services.
Right.
The main thing to be enrolled, the things we ask of you is, number one, that you live within one of our areas, and then number two is that you are receptive to our students,
right?
Because they are learning from
They're learning, right?
And right, it's part of their curriculum.
Right. Let me give you a shout out on that. Okay. And and let me just say this to you guys. What you have to understand, just like Nancy said, the students, even though they're students, they do have faculty there. Okay. So, watching over the students and everything. So meaning, nurses or a doctor or whatever the case may be, there is some type of faculty there that's over the students. So, I'm just stressing that. So, you don't have to be having a lot concern or whatever the case may be. Because to be honest with you, when I went to my doctor, they had several internships students there then at that time. And matter of fact, I even told the doctor, I said, "Oh, this is cool." I said, she said, "Yeah, she's learning. She's trying to be a nurse and RN, blah 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 blah." I said, "Great, whatever the case may be." So they were doing a little internship or whatever. So the worries don't have to be there. The main important thing, man, is making sure if you don't have any kind of insurance, this is a great opportunity, okay, to get off your canned goods and to make sure that everything is still intact on you. I'm just gonna keep it real, okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it real. All right. All right. So, another thing, Nancy, have you guys, I guess the question, how I want to ask the questions, have you guys had a tremendous response so far with, since you guys started the program and everything?
Oh, yes. Since we started the program many, many years ago, back in 2010.
Wow. Okay.
The program has expanded, and we've reached, originally it was just Miami Gardens and Opa-lawka, but since then, we've expanded to South Miami.
Right.
Hialeah Gardens, North Miami, North Miami Beach. So yes, thankfully we've been able to reach and help through that many families that would otherwise not have access to healthcare.
Right. All right. Well, let me give you a shout out. That's beautiful, man. I love that. And let me just piggyback off of that what you were saying. And let me just say something to our listeners. And this is what I want you guys to understand. You know, when people have, now Nancy just said, you know, since back in 2010. Okay. And that was over a decade ago. Okay. So that's just showing you how much, okay, they have been out here in the community doing their thing, and how much, okay, you know, this thing has been working. So I got to give you guys props, man. I love it. Hold on. I love it. And if you have any questions or if you have any remarks for Nancy, we're going to hit the phone lines in a few minutes. Feel free to hit us up at 800-988-9157. That's 800-988-9157. And we'll definitely, whatever questions you may have, or, you know, if you want to give her a shout out, because maybe a family member went to FIU or something like that. You know, you just never know. So we got a lot of congratulations on the partnership from a lot of people, and some of the listeners were saying that some of their family members was alumni of FIU. So hey, you know, kudos to you guys, man. You know, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Now let me ask you something else. Once the student, okay, is there a certain amount of hours that they have to put in, you know, for them? You know, I'm getting away from, you know, the public and being clients and stuff like that. Now I'm talking about the students. Do they have to have a certain amount of courses, you know, while they're doing this, or credits, or while they're doing this, or whatever the case may be, you know, for, you know, while they're in the programs, or how'd that work for them?
So yes, unfortunately they do. There's a criteria, but that is not my area of expertise.
Right.
What I can tell you is that the neighborhood help program, one of the reasons it was, the reason it is, is so that the students become compassionate doctors of tomorrow.
Right.
They learn the appropriate bedside manners. So let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say they have a patient that comes and visits them once in the office.
Right.
They say, oh, you need to, you know, lose weight. But let's say the patient, and the doctor is not going to really know what goes on in the patient's house, because he wouldn't have had, you know, that training. So at FIU, through the neighborhood health program, the medical students get that training by seeing how the patient lives, and knowing that if they were to see him at home, that maybe they don't live, maybe it's not possible for that patient to do exercise because of maybe where he lives.
Right.
So all these things are taken into account, and then the doctor, knows to take a different approach. They become sensitive. They become culturally experienced that, you know, we see Haitian families, we see Hispanic families, so African American families. So each demographic is very different, and by being in the program, they know how to address each. That's the goal of the program. That they become culturally competent.
Right. Okay. All right. I think that's fantastic. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.